Kshitij, can you take some a glass and a spoon?
Huh?
So can you take a glass and a spoon so you can make some sound with
Or I can
that
just do
so
this.
that it will be
Can I just do this?
Okay, shush,
sorry.
shush, 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 shush. Guys, I'm opening YouTube studio. Quiet, quiet, guys, quiet. Okay, okay, guys. Guys, we're streaming now. Please mute Kshitij. Switch off your screen share. Hi to everyone who's been watching. We'll just be live, and we're gonna start in around 10 minutes. So invite everyone you know, because this is gonna be big.
Hi, Pranav. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. We're currently live, and we're gonna be starting the event in around 10 minutes. Just waiting for others to join.
Yeah. Okay, I will send you the links for the video of the Chinese student first. All right. I'll put it in the chat box so you can try to download or view first because I'm not sure whether you'll be able
Sure.
to play live or not. All right. So I'll just send you the links. And I'm moving around now, so I may lost my signal in the lift. So I'll
Sure.
just send you the video link first, then I'll rejoin you later. Okay.
Cool. Sounds wonderful.
All right. Okay. So you can just send me a message. Do you have a WhatsApp? Hello? Can you hear me?
I do. Is it?
Hello? Hello? Hi. Can you
Will it be
hear
better
me?
if I send it to you via chat?
Hello?
Hi. Yeah, I can hear you.
Do you have WhatsApp? Hello?
Yes, I do.
All right. I send you my WhatsApp number in the Gmail. Can you that you
Yeah,
can
I'll
contact
send you
me
a
because
message.
now I think the signal here is very bad. All right?
Yeah, I'll send you a message.
Okay. You send me a message, then we keep in touch because I may lose the signal anytime now. All right? Okay. I'll talk to you later. All right?
Cool.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure, cool.
હા એટલે જ મેં કીધું કે મમ્મી લઈ આવજો એમ.
Good evening, everyone. It's wonderful to be here today. I, I'm very excited to be sitting here after weeks of preparation. Of course, Vidyadrishti is all about creativity. And you might have been wondering why we were silent. Well, the reason we were silent is because we wanted to break the silence in a wonderful, spectacular way. Today marks the beginning of a new era, a beginning of a new era that is filled with excitement, that sets our motto in stone. We've been around for 7 months, of course, but it's never been clear to us and to others why we exist until today. Well, the new motto always starts from the content that we create. It starts from our identity. And our identity, of course, is a few things. It is our logo, and it's what we call ourselves. And so by updating these, we're updating ourselves, we're updating our identity, and we're updating our motto. And today marks a huge step in transitioning for our identity. And of course, that identity starts from the logo and tagline. Today marks the most significant change that we have made to our logo and to our tagline in the history of Vidyadrishti, which has been very eventful, mind you. If you guys have seen the ad that we posted about this event, there was an image that was there. And you might be guessing about that image, especially in the part where I was talking. Well, I have Subramani here to tell you why we have changed the logo and the tagline. Over to you.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, so we changed Vidyadrishti's logo mainly because we wanted to reflect the fact that, there is, a spark, that is sort of coming out of our minds. And, the fact that the core team of Vidyadrishti remains blind or visually impaired. What we have here is a logo that talks about a spark in the dark, a spark from the dark rather, and how it lights up the whole space. This is basically again to indicate that, we don't need eyes to dream. We only need the capabilities in our minds, and also the technological access to achieve what we have to achieve. So that's the logo, and this is a new logo, and I really hope you guys like it. Thank you, Pranav.
So I'd like to share the logo now. It has been custom hand designed, and it's been tailored to look the way that Vidyadrishti is. That is the image. And you can see how this image reflects what we stand for. It's all we mean. And this logo compresses it into a photograph that can be seen and very shortly will be on the screens of every our website. Of course, it's not about the logo itself, right? There's also one more thing. There is the talent. And our motto was set in stone. And I'm going to get back to Subramani to talk to you about why did we change our tagline. Finally,
Hey, Pranav, your audio is lagging. Maybe there's a problem with your connection.
oh yeah,
Right.
my connection's back. Okay, can you hear me?
Right. Yeah, I can. Yeah, your bandwidth is low.
Did you hear what I was saying?
No, we just
Yeah, so you can talk a bit about the tagline.
I can talk about I can do that. The tagline, is also something very similar, especially given the logo. uh, we have designed the tagline to reflect the fact that when there is darkness around, the spark, the light, which represents knowledge, which represents um, information and technology, will light up the dark sky, will light up the world of uh, blindness and disability, because most of our members are people with disability, uh, and especially blind. So there is a sea change, in the way technology has today changed the world of people with disability. This is something that we always have been talking about, and the logo and the tagline, we thought, should reflect the fact that today we are different. We can safely say that we are more or less equal, uh, and more or less on par with anyone who is using technology. There will be some glitches, absolutely, but everything, nothing is beyond our reach or imagination. So that's what the tagline also represents. A spark from the dark is basically, the idea, the idea that will probably transform the content world that is coming from uh, a bunch of blind kids. So that's what it is, and I hope it explains the tagline. Back to you, Pranav.
Thank you. Of course, the tagline sets a direction for us, and we're very excited to see how you receive the tagline and the new logo. But we've gone one step forward, and we have decided to create an ad campaign. It's 1 minute of footage. It's 1 minute and 27 seconds of footage that stands for Vidyadrishti. And it is something that we have worked tremendously hard on. And this ad campaign, again, expands a bit more on what Vidyadrishti is. It defines our creativity, and it defines the direction that we move in. It defines the passion of each member in Vidyadrishti's team and of each member in Vidyadrishti's community. And it lets people know where we're headed. So let me pass it back for the third time to Subramani to tell you a bit about the name of the ad and what is the ad about. Just talk to you about why did we create such an ad campaign, and then we'll reveal the surprise. Back to you.
Thank you. Yeah, this is basically the result of the weeks of conversation between us. We wanted to basically give something very creative, something that not just inspires people outside of Vidyadrishti, but people from inside of Vidyadrishti. Suppose, if you have an off day, when things aren't going fine, you should be able to play this ad and then, just get your juices flowing again. That is the idea. Also, this is our clarion call. This is our, way of touching the hearts of people and persuading them to write in our platform. We want to create a platform that is strong, that is content, that provides high quality content, that is, that attracts the high quality readers and, contributors. So that's our aim. And we really hope that the ad reflects these ideas. Yeah, Pranav, take it up.
It has been an absolute delight to make this ad with the entire team. And just before I show you the ad, I'd like to invite one of our members up. He has been the one who's been working with the social media team. And I'd like to ask him the experience of creating this kind of an ad. Let's have Kshitij over for just a minute. So Kshitij, maybe you can just give a brief on what was your experience while creating Get Creative?
Oh, it was actually really good. I enjoyed very, very well. I actually have rarely experienced such moments because during classes I wasn't much of a guy who liked to play around with people. So it was actually a very, very good moment for me. I felt really happy and yeah. And every time I get in a Vidyadrishti meeting, I actually feel very happy. So yeah.
Thanks for that. We're just going to be sharing the ad in a few seconds with you. We're having a quick technical glitch with the ad. And as soon as we get that sorted, we should have it back to you. But before that, the person who recorded the ad, I'm going to give it for the fourth time to Subramani to talk a bit about the many takes that he took and to talk a bit about writing this ad. Over to you.
Yeah. No, this is basically the idea of everyone else in the team. They thought that my voice is going to be better. But I have a problem because, I really have to, I don't know Braille. So, which means I really have to, write the ad, and then I have to remember the ad. Although I am the author of the ad, it's very difficult for me to remember the ad because I don't want to miss any word. Every word in the ad is very important, and it conveys a certain message. And so I took at least a couple of the first take was good. Pranav, don't you think so? It was actually very good.
It was.
But except for the first uh, little fluff in the first line, a little misstep. And so we really decided that, okay, it needs to be recorded again. So the whole idea of recording it again is like a very creatively rewarding experience, I should say, because you know um, we don't have any ad experience. We don't work for ad agencies, or we have nothing. We're like starting. I mean, I can say that I have some journalistic experience and I've seen ads, but I've not created an ad. Not a video ad as such. And probably Pranav can say that he has done some videos for his YouTube, but he hasn't also done any video ads. So this is a first unique attempt on our side, and with some knowledge and some experience and probably a lot of imagination, we have done what we have done. And I only feel that you get to see the effort, and also there's something that attracts you about this ad. Pranav, are you ready with the ad? I mean, is the glitch
Yes,
solved?
it's
All
almost
right.
done. YouTube just had a quick glitch.
Hmm.
We're almost ready.
All
Just
right.
give us a few
So,
seconds. But the last person I'd like to consult before this is actually Moksh, who was the main music guy. He helped us a lot with the music of the ad. And let me ask you, Moksh, a bit about what was your experience with the music of the ad? Because we were struggling at the start to pick a good track. So let me just ask you a bit about your experience working with the music aspect of the ad. We can't hear you. Okay, I think he's having some issues. Can someone give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay?
Yeah, Pranav, we can hear you.
All right, so let's, I think it's time to break the ice. And it's time to show you the most important 1 minute, 27 seconds of our life. Get ready to be enlightened with Get Creative. Here we go. Can you guys see it or hear it?
Oh,
No,
we can't hear it, Pranav.
No? Okay. Give me a sec. All right. I got it. Okay.
Media controls. Test video details. Zoom video. Test movie video. One column. Move skip photo photo. Skip play. Skip back. Play. Pause.
From the spark into dark
Skip back.
springs forth the flame of imagination,
Skip back. Speech mode off.
fueling creativity. Flying to unseen lands and experiences. We find words to capture the magic before it melts into the daily flow of life. Every time the words form sentences and create free-flowing prose, your heart leaps in you. We know it's special because we at Vidyadrishti are creators like you. And we know that your imagination is precious. Come, write with us at Vidyadrishti.
That was enlightening.
Speech mode talk.
At least that's
Video
what I
details.
thought.
Media controls. Zoom row one column. WhatsApp row one. Setting zoom Google. See user tab. F5 tab. Zoom Zoom Google. Zoom Zoom Google. Test video details. Media zoom. Web setting. See F5 Zoom Google. Video details.
It was
Video details. Test media
wonderful
control. Zoom row one column.
to
Four.
see
Start available.
what our
Test video details. Zoom Google.
creativity
Media control.
comes out with. But now creativity also requires a passion. And passion is what drives everything. It's the start of a great idea. And so with us today, we've got one such passionate person. His name is Liang, and he is meddling his hands, or rather, I get a better word would be getting his hands dirty in a lot of different fields. And over to Mr. Liang, because I will not be able to do a better introduction about him than he can. Over to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Pranav, Prafna, and thank you, Mr. Subramani, for inviting me. Can you hear me? Just to do a mic test now.
We can hear you.
All right. Now, okay, yeah, my name is Liang. So I was born in 1972, so that you know my age. I was educated in UK. I got my PhD in computer vision in 1999. And I have been working with universities and also private companies in the past 20 odd years. So my specialization is something called meta programming. Of course, before I started on meta programming, I actually work on AI, artificial intelligence, and simulations. And of course, I also work in cryptocurrency as well as a social network. But anyway, to summarize to you what meta programming it really is that it's a very unique technique to simplify programming. Now, I mean, I haven't told, of course, this first time I introduced you about the concept of meta programming. Now, what I wanted to say is that, I mean, I don't mean to give you a false promise, right? But I believe theoretically, we can actually create a programming language for the blind using metaprogramming. All right. I mean, theoretically, we can actually create a programming language for the blind using metaprogramming. Now, of course, I can actually demonstrate to you, to get by working with you. And if we can do that, then it will, I hope, help a lot with, you so that you can actually, find a job or do something, exciting, yeah, in this programming area. And yeah, that's a short introduction about myself. And I have prepared a few videos for you to watch before I started. I start to talk more about what I do. So I guess I shall pass the mic back to Brahna first before I continue. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sorry, my net kind of died. Could you repeat kind of your last point there?
He said he has some videos to present.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes. So there were some videos that Liang kindly shared with us. And they were they're very enlightening videos showing the passion that Liang has. I'm having some issues with my screen sharing. So can someone else, maybe Subramani, can you take it up right now?
I don't have the content with me. Probably Liang himself can do it.
Yes, I think that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Just sorry, just hold on. Give me a few minutes because I need to set up my desktop. My computer here.
Okay, so what we do is we will proceed with the next item before we'll give him time to finish.
Yeah. All right. So continuing on with the process of creativity, creativity always comes from different fields. And Vidyadrishti, we managed to focus it on writing. And it's not only about your own writing, but it's also about what others think about yours and what you think about other people's writings. And you have the right to be able to express what you think about other people's writings. We started making this clear with our very intuitive comment system, which allows you to write comments without character limits and allows you to express your thoughts in the words that you need. And now today, we are taking this idea forward and giving you more tools to show others your appreciation for their writing content. Today, we're introducing two tools that are actually very well known in social media, but they have been long overdue on our site. It's always good, right, to be able to share a bit more about yourself to others so that they know who you are. And thus comes in the profile system, which is a simple but comprehensive profile on you that you can write. And you have control over what you write in the bio. We give you the space to be able to express yourself as well as not make it too long for the reader. We also have made a system where you can easily show others just how much you like their article. And we call it the smile. We call it the smile because we feel that a smile is all a writer needs to proceed with their writing, to make a sequel, and then make another one after that, and then keep writing. And so to talk you through how do these two systems work, we've got Hoor with Kshitij on the demo. Over to you guys.
Hello, everyone. So am I audible?
Clearly, yes.
Okay. So with the prospect of reading articles comes the prospect of celebrities. With the prospect of celebrities comes the idea to fall over them, to say more about them. And we at Vidyadrishti have endorsed this with a new profile system. So you can now you can create your profile at Vidyadrishti. And for that, firstly, you need to register yourself at Vidyadrishti. And we have Kshitij to show us. After getting registered, you have to go to the view profile option. And after that, click on edit profile. There you can write your name and email address in the respective fields. And you can write your bio, in which you can write some more details about yourself so that people can learn more about you. Okay, and after that, as Pranav said, we have got the smiley option. So as on social media, when you like some post or something, for example, on Instagram or Facebook, when you like something, you press the like button. So here, you have to press the smile button. So firstly, you need to go to the articles and blogs option. Then click on the article of your choice. And then just press the smile button. So this is profile. Come, create profile and write with us. Thank you.
Thanks, Hoor, and thanks, Kshitij. That was very, very enlightening. So profiles, and these are available right now on the Vidyadrishti site. You can go right there and start creating your profile today. But of course, with creativity and with passion comes the desire to learn more. And we at Vidyadrishti have endorsed the prospect of learning more with courses. Starting in just a few weeks, Vidyadrishti will be launching our own courses and we will be allowing creators to create theirs. So I'm going to give it to Subramani, Mr. Subramani, to talk about what are these courses and to talk about why did we decide to do it, as well as talk a bit about his own course that he's releasing. Over to you.
Thank you, Pranav. See, basically, I have been a journalist for 23 years now. And my early days I spent as a freelance writer. You know, since my blindness did not allow me to work for anybody, technologically I wasn't this ready back in the 90s, late 90s. So as a result, I had to be a freelancer, and that was a good experience because I learned a lot in terms of how you collect information, how you write, how you present, and how you make your own money. You know, even though you're not working for anybody. So that's just kind of a skill that I want to pass it on to other people. Basically, in this team, we have had a writing camp, and we selected two people who have shined brightly. One is the speaker who spoke before me, which is Hoor. And there's Shiv Reddy. He's also a very, very promising youngster. So both are going to be working with me to learn how to freelance for newspapers. So that's my course, and I am offering this course for free only to the two of them. Outside of this platform, I'm going to charge for the course. So this is my contribution to the community, because uh, when I was struggling as a freelance writer, there were a lot of people who supported me, and but for their support, I won't be here. So I thought I should definitely contribute in some ways, and I'm only happy that I could do this. So this is my mentorship program, and I think Akhilesh is going to start his own mentorship program in terms of teaching people on software training. Is that right, Pranav? Am I right?
Yeah, he might be doing one on
He would be
accessibility in
doing it
some
on
time in the foreseeable
accessibility.
future. Yes.
Right. So these are the two mentorship programs that we are kick starting today. Of course, I will be starting during my freelancing program starts on the 7th of August. I will I will be updating you all from time to time in terms of how the progress is made. But my only aim is to make them earn on their own. That is the success of the program, and I really hope that happens. Thank you, Pranav. Back to you.
Thank you for that very enlightening idea. Um, so we've got Liang back, and so before we continue, we can just pass it over to him to finish up his spiel.
Okay. Okay. Before we go to Liang, I must tell you all that Liang is a very, very experienced programmer, and it is, it is. I should say that quite by accident, I met him on Clubhouse, and the moment I heard him talk about working with the blind, I thought Vidyadrishti is the right kind of platform, and Vidyadrishti is the platform where we could sort of invite him to partner with and work with. So thank you, Liang, for that. For agreeing to be here and to be with us, and it's a real honor and a privilege to have you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much for the compliment. And now let me try to initiate the screen sharing. Hold on. Uh, okay. Are you able to see the screen now? I hope the sound works as well.
Yeah, it does. It works. It works fine.
Hold on. Let me see the sound works or not. Are you able to hear sounds?
I
Very
think
faintly.
you
Yeah,
should
you
share,
might
yeah,
wanna.
or increase the volume.
How is the sound? Is it okay? Oh no, hold on. Can you actually hear sound from the video?
Very faintly, and it's kind of breaking. Have you shared your computer audio?
Hold on. No, actually, this particular video have not much sound. It's just a clicking sound on the table.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I think
Because
sighted folks will see here. It will be a problem for
Yeah.
us without the narration. Maybe you can tell us what's
Oh, yeah.
happening on the screen.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Sorry, yeah. No, actually, the first video is actually the what do you call it? The blind student playing Chinese chess. So what they are doing is that they are moving. You see, for the blind student to play Chinese chess, they need to have a specially designed chessboard. All right, that has a hole in it. So the Chinese chess is like the round shape. So they have a round shaped hole where they can put the pieces into the hole. All right. So that's why you hear clicking sound when they do this. But it's all right. This one I will try to explain that another time, because obviously I need to do a bit more explanation. But then the next video are actually just the Chinese student learning English. So I'm sure you can hear the very distinct Chinese accent. And let's see. All right. Is there sound from here? No sound.
It's kind of breaking,
Oh.
yeah.
Hold on, no. Let me try to. Maybe it's my setting, right? I need to do this.
I think it would be better you check your audio sharing. Maybe.
Yeah, that is the problem. It's a bit. Hold on, let me retry it and see. Did you hear sound from the video?
Very slightly.
Yeah. That's not very clear, Liang. There's some problem there.
Yeah, and yeah, that's always a problem with what do you call it? This sharing of the. Can
Yeah.
anyone over there try to play the video and test it and see? Because I'm not quite sure whether this thing is possible here or over there.
Right. Okay. Pranav, maybe you try. You see you have a problem.
I
at
can't.
your
Yeah.
end?
Yes, I am having issues
Alright,
sharing.
so how do we do this? I mean, should I do it in case if you want me to do it? How do I do it?
Okay, maybe what we can do is we can just share them a preview of it later on, through a link or something.
Yeah. We will. What we could do, Liang, is that probably we will share the link and then let them watch. And
Yeah.
thanks for sharing. I
Thanks
know
for
it is.
yeah.
It's somewhat tricky
It
on
is. It is.
on a platform like this. Anyway,
Mhm.
yeah. So please, what's the agenda? Would we have Liang talk about his
Yeah.
program?
Yes. Yeah. Maybe Liang, if you could continue on with your introduction, talk a bit about yourself, and maybe especially focus on just give a brief introduction about what you do and also what you how you help students in China.
Yeah, and he's actually from Kuala Lumpur. He's Malaysia. He's in Malaysia, and oh, he's not there in the meeting.
No, I'm on mobile. That one was
Yeah.
my
All right. Okay.
computer. Yeah.
So anyway, so I'll over to you. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Thanks a lot for for this, and so sorry for the problem with the video. But okay, I'll just explain to you what happened in the video. You see, this group of students, they are having their now in China is actually a summer holiday. All right. So this video was actually published on were published on the TikTok, the Chinese video platform. And so what happened is that this was done in around May, and now actually what happened was that trying to find English teacher in China is actually quite tricky. All right. So that's why after going through a lot of trouble, finally their teacher, the teacher's name is Peng Yong. Okay, Mr. Peng Yong. So Mr. Peng Yong, he's a blind person himself. He's a blind teacher, and he's also a member of the Communist Party. Now, I think outside China, not many people know about Communist Party, and in fact, it's actually quite a privilege to be a member of the Communist Party because it's actually very difficult to be enrolled into that organization. But anyway, I will skip this, and in fact, I just talked to Peng Yong before I came here. He would like to join us actually. So maybe, but he has problem, trying to install this Zoom and all the apps, that is popular outside China. But if you like to get him on an interview, so that you can have a discussion, figure out a way of having a live communication with him next time. But all I wanted to say is that when I work with this group of Chinese students, we literally have to start from scratch. Okay. Now, starting from scratch means, right, I think you may not be able to imagine. because they number one, they don't have any knowledge of English. Number two, they don't have anyone else speaking English, because these students actually live in a remote town in China. They are like a few hundred kilometers from the nearest sea, meaning to say that their ancestor probably haven't seen sea water before. So that is like a very remote area, you know. Yeah, I think I might say that maybe the equivalent is like something like in Tibet, so anyway, okay. So what I wanted to say was that when I start teaching them English, I literally have to spell out every alphabet for them. Like, let's say when I teach them the sun rises in the east, I have to say actually THE, the SUN, sun, RISES, rises in the east, INTHEEAST, something like that. So you can imagine. But I mean, of course, in India, there are so many English speaking people. So you can always find somebody who can actually help you, right? So it's a big challenge for the Chinese there. So I have to use basically the WeChat program to actually teach them. Yeah, and so when I started, it was just me. Then eventually, Peng Yu found another Chinese teacher who can teach English. So then it becomes easier for them. Now, so that was the beginning of this my collaboration with the blind student in China. And then also, during that few weeks that I worked with them, I figured out another way of helping them. That is to make this live streaming of the blind student playing chess. All right, live streaming of blind student playing chess. Now, because I think that is actually, you see, what I was thinking at that time was that I wanted to have a way of which can repeat itself, meaning that I don't have to spend time making video again and again. So naturally, playing chess is the best way, because once you set up all the camera, the student went on playing chess, and they could just do it. All right. So they have done, I think, once. They managed to do it once before the exam started. So yeah. So but it's all right. They are very happy with that. Except one minor mistake, they forgot to record that session. So anyway, yeah, that was a pity, but of course they can redo it. So that was the chess playing thing, because also what we realized was that playing chess is a very good way for blind student to get in touch with the outside world. Really, with chess you can play with anyone in the world now. Technology was so advanced, and I have to tell you that when I was young, internet just started, so I was lucky like to be using internet at my early age. But of course, as you know, in the 90s, internet connection was very limited. So I think you are a very interesting, a very fortunate generation. Now, again, I don't want to make false promise to you, but I am actually very hopeful, right? Our technology is actually progressing very fast. And there are already cases where there are new prototype which enable blind people to see. It's a new kind of sensor. I'm sure you can read about this all the time. But obviously, now I have to tell you that where I graduated from is Southampton University in UK. Now that was during my day, it was the top electronic school in UK. So obviously, I have the connection with all these professors. Right? If you really want to work on this area of the sensor for the blind people, that is possible. I can find a connection for you. So that is a brief story about what I have done with the Chinese student, right? Teaching them English, and then what do you call it? The other one is streaming them playing chess. All right. Now then, I will want to talk about something that I do briefly. Okay. Now the first thing I do is something I call a flipped classroom. Now, flipped classroom is a word invented by the American. Now, what it means is simply this. You see, in the classroom, right, usually it's the teacher doing the talking, and then the student just sit down and listen. So now, this way of the teaching in the classroom is not very effective, because the student do not get to do work. Now, when they do not get to do work, right, then the study process is not so effective. So what happened was that, right, they try to do the opposite or inverse, right? Meaning to say that the teacher asks the student to do a lot more work, all right? Then through the practical work, then the student understand more. Now, of course, this method is also not new. It has been used in postgraduate research. And also, in fact, I have met a group of students from the US, right? They are from like the genius society, you know, very high IQ people. Well, in fact, this is also the technique that they use. Now, although this technique sounds very simple, right? The problem is that most of the school in the world are still using the old way of teaching, except some very good school, which of course, you know, you have to pay a lot of money to get in, which makes a poor student inaccessible to, make this method inaccessible to poor student. So what I did was that with a group of friends, eventually I figured out something very simple, right? We can teach student, okay, make video. Now, through teaching student making video using the flipped classroom way, that means we ask the student to make video. Then they can learn very fast, all right? Now, so what I started is that, of course, when we started this, then we don't have too many teenager or secondary school student with us because when we started this, it's mostly the adult people trying to learn how to make video. But of course, we are able to recruit a lot of adult professional people. Of course, all these professional people, of course, they are not specialized in making video, but still they like to learn because, see, what happened was that, right? When you are able to make a short video about yourself, let's say even 5 to 10 minutes, right? You are able to publicize yourself very effectively. Okay, now that's a very important point. Which is why a lot of people like to make video. But unfortunately today, most of the video that is on the internet are entertainment based, like people playing jokes or something, yeah, which is not really healthy or not really educational. Now, so what we wanted to do is that we want to help people to make educational video. Like for example, you are in the secondary school or you are still in the university or still learning something, you can actually use this method of making video to help you learn faster. All right, for example, learning English. Of course, I'm sure that your English is already quite okay. But of course, if you want to learn better, like for example, you want to learn about Shakespeare opera. Now, so the best way of learning Shakespeare opera is actually you just act in the Shakespeare opera. For example, one of the most famous one in you know about Mark Antony making the speech at Julius Caesar's funeral. You know that line, friends, Romans, and countrymen. Right? Everyone knows that. Now, you see why I mentioned that is because when I was young, I came from a small town that none of the teacher actually told us about Shakespeare. All right. So when I arrived in UK, so it's like I speak with very heavy Malaysian accent, which of course you can still hear that. Of course, what I didn't do is that I did not pick up the English accent when I was there. But anyway, that was another story. But anyway, what I wanted to say to you today is that you are a fortunate generation because you can actually learn this Shakespeare opera from the best people. Even if you want to connect with the English teacher in UK or whoever, it is possible. But what the point here is that if you actually do the practical thing, all right, the keyword is do the practical thing. Okay, practical exercises, then you can learn very fast. All right, so this include everything from learning English or learning another another language or mathematics, and also what they call it let's say even Chinese or other languages. All right, so that is what by a flipped classroom method. Now, this flipped classroom method sounds like very long. All right, so I try to make a short name for it. So I just take the name flipped classroom. I call it Flippio. All right, Flippio. All right, now the other interesting thing about this Flippio teaching method is that when you combine this thing with making video, you achieve something very interesting called the Fibonacci effect. Now, what is Fibonacci effect? So imagine like this. Because let's say if you can make one video per week, all right, let's say you make one video per week, okay? Now, when you make one video per week and then you share on the internet, okay, let's say many people saw this video, but let's say out of so many people who saw the video, only one person come to you and start learning video with you, all right? So the point is this, You make one video, share on the internet, and then you'll be able to recruit one student to learn with you. Okay. Now, so what happened is that, right, after 8 weeks, 8 weeks is 2 months, right? What you have is that you will have 21 students in your network. Now, how does it work? If you study Fibonacci series, like it works like this: 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. All right, let me repeat: 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. Now, what it does is that you add up the last two numbers. Now, why you add up the last two numbers? Of course, this is mathematics. You can, we don't have time to explain that, but of course, you can find it a lot. A lot of people can explain that to you. The point is that even if you can make just one video per week and recruit one student from one video, you are able to get 20 students after 2 months. Then after that, you get 21 plus 13, 34, and the number will just grow very fast. Now, so that's why I call this method the Flippio Fibonacci network. Okay, Flippio Fibonacci network. Now, of course, this is an Italian name, right? Of course, you see, I have to apologize to you because it's a sad fact that, right, in Asia, most of the Asian believe that, if you have a European name, it sounds better. In fact, all these things that I'm teaching you, right, is actually coming from Asia. Now, in fact, I know that in India, there's a word for teacher is guru, all right? So we may actually call this just a guru net or the guru method or something. Okay, of course, if you want to use something related to your group, Vidyadrishti or whatever, yeah, of course, we are, it's possible to do that. Yeah, I have no objection because it's like a different branding for different target audience. So that is the teaching method using video to help you, recruit a lot of students to your group. Okay, so that's the third point I want to make. Then the last point I want to make, I just try to make it short, right? I already mentioned it to you about meta programming. So obviously, I think some of you have already gone through this learning programming. I'm sure you realize that learning programming is not so easy. So meta programming is really something that we can actually help you to learn programming much faster. So I don't want to spend time going into the detail, except I want to say that I have already started conducting my meta programming class every day at 10 p.m. Malaysian time. 10 p.m. Malaysian time is actually 7:30 Indian time. Now, why I choose this time is because there are students from San Francisco, USA. They are joining us at 7 a.m. San Francisco time. So 7 a.m. San Francisco time and 10 p.m. every day, Monday to Friday. Okay, Monday to Friday, that is my class. Now, what I wanted to say is that in this class, there are two ladies. Okay, they are non-programmer. Okay, they are in the legal profession. One is a young lady, 20 plus. The other one is about 50 plus. All right, so a retiree and a young lady. Now, they started to learn this thing actually only last week. So they are still quite interested in learning that. Now, what I want to promise to you is that, right, I'm hoping if they are consistent in this thing, okay, I want to say that in 3 months' time, they will be able to solve Maxwell equation using meta programming. All right, this is my promise. Okay, I want to show you that, okay, somebody who are non-programmer and non-mathematician, okay, who are already working adult, they are able to learn to solve what do you call it, Maxwell equation or any differential equation in 3 months' time. Okay, that is the promise I want to make. Okay, so that is a quick introduction about myself and what I do. All right, so I am helping a blind student in China to learn English. Now, of course, I can connect you together. If you want to learn Chinese, of course, you can learn from each other. In fact, this method that I explained, like this Flippio Fibonacci, is very effective for learning languages, different languages. Of course, as you know, India, there are so many different languages and also neighbor country. And yeah, so that's actually a very good thing for you to do in India. And of course, to help you get more funding for your activities. Yeah. So, and then I talk about meta programming and also streaming the chess playing from China. So that's a quick talk about what I do. So if you'd like to know more, yeah, you're welcome to ask me a question. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. So before Pranav takes over, I thought I would just quickly wanted to ask you, Liang, would you like to work with Pranav and his team to kind of teach them how to make this video?
Yes, sure, definitely. like I said, I already start conducting this what do you call it, meta programming classes.
Okay.
At 10 p.m. That is 7:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. Okay. So if you can come and join me in the class, I can try to arrange the class because I'm teaching 5 classes a week. Okay. So
Right.
I will try to find time, okay, to teach you specific things that is specific to you, to your area.
All
Okay. Or
right.
if you have something common that other students can learn, then I will put you together with other students as well. All right.
And
So if you want,
your idea that teaching English and learning
yes,
Chinese is a
yes,
wonderful idea, absolutely phenomenally wonderful idea. I
yes.
only hope that our young leaders, teenage leaders are interested and they will take it. Pranav, take it up from here.
Gotcha. Thank you, Mr. Liang. That was very, very enlightful. It was really enlightening, and it was wonderful to hear your introduction. It was wonderful to hear about all the new fields you have dipped into and made a change in. As we come to the end of today, creativity starts from roots, right? And so we at Vidyadrishti are going to start making our promises. We had once promised that we would be releasing official articles from the teammates of Vidyadrishti, and that is finally coming true. I'd like to start by introducing my series that's coming up in just a few weeks by the name of Lost Over Sea. It's a series of a few articles in which a crew aboard a very heavily computerized plane loses fuel over the Pacific Ocean and tries to land. We don't know if they're going to land. To be very honest, I don't know either as an author. And we'll just have to see. But these articles will be exclusive to Vidyadrishti. So follow me right there to get to know more about them. Our next creator is Subramani with his own articles coming soon to Vidyadrishti. If you would like to talk about them, that'd be wonderful. Over to you.
Okay, so mine is going to be Crystal Dreams. Crystal Dreams are a series of articles about people who use crystal energy and imaginary stories, but what I'm going to write about crystals and gemstones would be real. But anyway, Pranav, let's do this. Let's do one thing. We need to to tell Mr. Liang how best we're going to work. So would it be okay that we all meet? We all kind of set up an email group or something, so that we kind of finalize on how we are going to work with him.
Yes, we will do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Liang, please hope to hear from us very soon. We would set up an email group. My friend Akhilesh is also here. Akhilesh, would you like to ask anything to Liang?
Am I audible?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So, hi, Mr. Lian. Thank you so much. Like it was very interesting, and now, as even I am in the IT sector for past 11 years, and I have been like I'm an accessibility tester and now an consultant who also not only test but also gives solutions. So yeah, about the meta programming, of course, it's going to be a very new and it interesting for us. Yeah, let's work together. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for uh, what they call it, recognizing this meta programming. So my class is actually every Monday to Friday at 7:30 Indian time. So I'll share the link with you. So if you want to join, then just join. I'm not charging any money for this because yeah, I mean
Mhm.
I am a advocate of the free software. I want to revive free software with this because over the years, we see that free software is on the way down, although it's growing in the sense that there are more users. but they are like more and more controlled by commercial company. So anyway, it's a long story. So I'll explain to you if maybe when we have another opportunity or when you come to my class. All right, thank you very much.
Sure, so much. Thank you.
And Liang, I must tell you that our member Moksh is a blind chess player. So
Yes, I am.
I would like Moksh to find out from you if you can somehow connect Moksh and the blind students in China
Sure.
to kind of play chess and then learn from each other.
Yes, of course, I will. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So what I would request Pranav to do is to set up a group, and as far as the technology part is concerned, please allow Akhilesh to take the lead, because and then you and Akhilesh can sort of take it forward, in terms of how or whoever is going to learn from our side, and then as far as chess is concerned, I think Moksh, you
Yeah,
can work independently
sure.
with Liang and then see how
Sure,
best you
sure.
can do it. Pranav, is that okay with you?
It sounds wonderful. Thanks, Mr. Liang, and thanks to all of you for making these wonderful suggestions. So with this, we come to the end of just an update. It truly has been just an update. And it's been wonderful to see how creativity has been baked into our roots. A lot of the things that we have talked about today are already in implement, and a lot of them will be starting to be implemented over the next few days. And so we can't wait for all of you to try them out. So with this, we at Vidyadrishti are signing off. But before we do that, does anyone in the team or otherwise have any final thoughts to give to our audience? All right then. So with this, we will be signing off for today, and we will assure you that the silence that we kept for 1 month will not be repeated. We are gonna be much louder and much more creative from the next days. Oh, and remember, this is just an update. Hi, goodbye all of you.